once that was crystal clear to people, including in the Soviet Union where the film was aired in 1987 or 1989, that helped set the conditions for Reagan and Gorbachev to sign the first non-proliferation arms control talks. Once we had clarity about an outcome that we wanted to avoid. And I think the current problem is that we're not having an honest conversation in the public about which world we're heading to that is not in anyone's interest.
There's also just a bunch of cases through history where there was a threat, a collective threat, and despite the education, people didn't change, countries didn't change because the incentives were so high. So I think of global warming as being an example
Correct.
where for many decades since I was a kid, I remember watching my dad sitting me down and saying, listen, you've got to watch this Inconvenient Truth thing with Al Gore.
Yep.
And sitting on the sofa, I don't know, must have been less than 10 years old and hearing about the threat of global warming. But when you look at how countries like China responded to that,
Yep.
they just don't have the economic incentive to scale back production to the levels that would be needed to save the atmosphere.
The closer the technology that needs to be governed is to the center of GDP and the center of the lifeblood of your economy,
Yeah.
the harder it is to come to international negotiation and agreement.
Yeah.
And oil and fossil fuels was the kind of the pumping the heart of our economic superorganisms that are currently competing for power.